Hello and welcome back to Research FPL. It's been a strange week of results that's led to some disappointing scores in fantasy football, but here I'll share my team performance and upcoming plans. McCarthy finally kept a clean sheet to return for the first time this season. Alexander-Arnold with an assist and bonus points. Justin and Mitchell both conceded in their games, but they were playing tough opposition. Vinagre auto-subbed in for 0 points. Salah assisted Mane for 1 and looked threatening once again. Son started the game really well, hitting the woodwork twice in the first half, but he went off at half-time with an injury. Sterling failed to pick up any decent points this week as City lost to Leicester, and I had hoped that he'd be filling in for the 2 injured strikers. Podence didn't start against West Ham, so was auto-subbed out. Werner was unfortunately disappointing again with no goals or assists against West Brom. So many managers were targeting this fixture for their captaincy, but were let down. Danny Ings got 1 against Burnley and picked up the bonus points too. Mitrovic had a couple of chances against Villa, but no points to speak of. So, just 38 points this week, which does feel very low, but only a few off the average score of 43, and these odd weeks do come around every so often. For the second week in a row, Werner is in my letdowns. Both times I do feel like it's Chelsea that have been the cause of this, rather than the player. Against Liverpool they went down to 10 men, so he had to play wide, and also going behind against West Brom like they did, also forced him wide. But FPL is about scoring points, so with 0 goals and playing unfavourably out of position, he might not last much longer in my team. His expected goal involvement is still reasonable, but I'm not sure it warrants the 9.4 million he costs. Sterling only picked up 2 points against Leicester with no attacking returns. In the game he had 1 attempt on target and created 0 chances. City as a team didn't create much with only 5 attempts on target, which is considerably less than the 9 they had against Wolves in Gameweek 2. Podence came into my team last week and then he didn't play a minute in Gameweek 3. An injury picked up in the game against City kept him out against West Ham, where Wolves did not look like the strong side from the week before. The Wolves manager has said that he hopes to see Podence back in for next week though, so I hope to see him make a big impact on the team. Not too many top performers this week, so I can include any player that scored some points. McCarthy kept a clean sheet and made 2 saves against Burnley. Southampton only conceded 2 shots on target in the whole game, so could be sorting out their defending as well. Alexander-Arnold picked up an assist against Arsenal and the maximum 3 bonus points. Liverpool looked very dominant with both wing-backs getting attacking returns. Trent created 3 chances in the game, had 2 attempts on goal himself, and for the 3rd game running his average position has been in the opposition half. Another Southampton player here, and Danny Ings is a top performer for my team. He only had 1 attempt in the game, but it was on target and converted for maximum points. He's now on 3 goals in 3 games and is converting 50% of his shots to goals. The top 3 scorers last season all converted at around 25%. 3 weeks in and my 3rd less than optimal captaincy choice. West Brom did surprise us though by going 3-0 up like they did and they changed the game completely. I only had Salah as another option and he got 5 points this week. And other than that there were no big scoring premiums in my team, so I wouldn't have really gone for anyone else. I used my free transfer this week to take out the injured Son. He holds a lot of team value and there are plenty of point scoring options to bring in. Rodriguez comes in and frees up some spending money. He's a good way into some Everton assets and has been involved in a lot of the attacking play. He's created 10 chances so far in their 3 games, so he's got great assist potential. Last week I had Harvey Barnes on my watch list due to his attempts on goal, and I could have made that change, but with no Everton assets while they're scoring for fun, I felt I needed to bring one in. 2 forwards that keep scoring at the moment as I look into Werner replacement options. A quick comparison here between Vardy and Calvert-Lewin as both returned in Gameweek 3. Some key stats tell me that Calvert-Lewin will be the one to go for and provides much better value. With no free transfer left for this week, I'll have to wait until next week before making any changes. With so many people already using their wildcard to navigate blanks, bandwagons and disappointing results, it shouldn't be too much of a disadvantage to use it fairly soon. We've got a 2-week break coming up for internationals, chances for injuries but also plenty of time to move the team around and gain some team value. I didn't want to play the wildcard unless it was really worth it, but looking at my team I'd quite happily change 3 or more players, so it feels like I'm getting close to using that chip. After Game Week 4 we'll have a good amount of data to look at, and first 11s, positions, team performances are available to use to make the best choices going forward. Not long until game week 4 and I'll be sharing my lineup later this week. Join the mini league and follow me on Twitter, links in the description below.